The movie opens in Antarctica during the winter of 1982, and three Norwegian scientists are driving in a snowcat, with two of them chatting in the driver's seat and the other one following a signal across a vast and mountainous expanse of snow in the back. And suddenly they stop, signaled by the scientist in the back, and after a few moments there is a crack in the snow and it drops their snowcat into this crack. And the headlights from the snowcat were pointed down into this crack and it reveals a spaceship. And this is what sets the tone for our movie. And the scene then shifts to Kate Lloyd, an American paleontologist, examining a dead animal specimen. And Dr. Sander, a Norwegian scientist, visits her accompanied by his friend and colleague Adam. And Dr. Sander tells Kate that they've discovered a structure and an organism 48 hours earlier, and he convinces her to come to Antarctica. And Kate and Adam, along with the other Norwegians, including Dr. Sander, fly in a helicopter to the Norwegian camp in Antarctica. And Carter, the co-pilot, tells them to finish their work in 48 hours because there is a storm coming. And once they arrive at the camp, they meet with the other Norwegians, and upon their arrival, Kate, Adam, and the other Norwegians get inside a snowcat to go to the site where the discovery was made. And at this site, they meet geologists Carl and Juliet and the site manager Edvard. And Edvard takes the group to see why they flew 10,000 miles, and he shows them the spaceship. And they estimate the spaceship to be at least 100,000 years old, and it gave off this signal when an organism inhabiting it left the ship. And that's the signal that the scientists picked up at the beginning of the movie. And they also show Kate and Adam a strange-looking organism encased in ice. And back at the camp, they get introduced to the rest of the team, and they discuss the removal of the organism, which Kate believes will take at least half a day. And that night, Kate was struggling to sleep because she was so excited for this organism. And the next morning, the organism is removed and placed in a room back at the camp. And it's still encased in ice though, and Sander tells the team that he wants to take a tissue sample from this organism, and Kate really objects to this, telling him that they need to sterilize everything and take other precautionary measures. But despite her objection, they drill a hole into the ice and they remove a frozen flesh sample from the organism and they place it in a petri dish. And later on, as the entire team was partying and having fun, Dr. Sander announces a discovery. Apparently this organism, this thing, is an alien. And the group is overjoyed by this news and they continue to drink some more. And meanwhile, the ice block starts to melt and the dog in its cage starts to bark and tries to get out. And Jameson, the helicopter pilot, notices this and goes into the room with the ice block. And suddenly, this unseen thing breaks out of the ice and jumps through the ceiling. And Jameson runs back to the room where everyone is at and tells them that the thing is actually alive and it escaped. And Sander instructs the team to divide into 2 and 3s and to search for this thing. And the team divides and begin their search. And while the rest of the team is searching the camp upside down, the search team of Dr. Sander, Adam, and Edvard goes to the dog kennel and they find a big hole in the wall with a lot of blood. And Heinrich and Olaf, two of the Norwegians, spot the thing lurking beneath one of their buildings. And suddenly, a tentacle shoots out and pierces Heinrich's chest, and there's blood everywhere on Olaf's face, and it's so grotesque. And the thing then pulls Heinrich under the building and begins devouring him. And Olaf screams for help and the rest of the team rushes to the scene, and they fire their rifles at the creature, causing it to leap inside the building and climb up. And in an effort to kill the thing, the team douses the thing with kerosene and they set it ablaze. And the thing then tumbles on the ground, dead, with Heinrich still hanging from its mouth. And the team heads back inside, shell-shocked by what they just witnessed, and Olaf, who appears to be in critical condition, is given medical attention. And Carter announces that he will take Olaf back to civilization for medical help in the morning, and Sander, however, suggests that they should conduct a scientific study on the thing while they still can, despite Heinrich's demise. And he retrieves the burnt remains of the creature and he brings it back inside. And Kate and the doctor carry out an autopsy on the thing, finding an amniotic sac structure inside. And they also see the upper half of Heinrich's face. And the doctor is fascinated by the digestion system of this organism. And in the sac, the team also discovers this piece of titanium metal, the same material used to stabilize a fracture in Heinrich's arm. And Kate and Adam inspect tissue from Heinrich under a microscope, and the pair is shocked to find that the thing's cells are actually overtaking Heinrich's cells and imitating them. And the next day, Carter and Jameson prepare to leave in a helicopter, promising to bring help once the weather improves. And Kate finds 4 bloody silver dental fillings on the bathroom floor, and she sees a large amount of blood in the shower, but there's no body. And as the helicopter takes off with Olaf and Griggs on board, Kate runs outside to stop them. And Griggs suddenly splits in half, revealing tentacles of the thing. And the helicopter goes out of control and crashes far away from the camp. And back inside, the team is trying to locate the helicopter when Kate finds the bathroom spotless. And she tells the team about the thing's ability to replicate any organisms, but it can't replicate inorganic matter such as metal teeth fillings and any other inorganic metal structures. And she also points out that the blood in the bathroom has been cleaned, meaning the thing is still amongst them. And the team is very skeptical of her theory, and they prepare to leave on the snowcat despite her warning. And then, Juliet confesses to seeing Colin with a rag coming from the bathroom. And as Kate and Juliet try to stop the team from leaving, Juliet splits in half and she turns into the thing, and Kate flees and warns the other Norwegians. And they are then attacked by the thing as well. And as Adam and Lars arrive with a flamethrower pack, Lars blasts the thing, killing it and the Norwegian it absorbed. And as the team gathers around, they burn the thing, and Kate informs them that the thing is capable of replicating its prey. And the team suggests leaving the place, but Kate objects, stating that this will be a way for the virus-like thing to distribute. And Adam proposes quarantine, and Dr. Sander suggests doing blood tests to determine who may be infected. And Lars then shows Kate a stash of grenades, and Dr. Sander joins them, and the 3 of them head back. And they see 2 people approaching them from a distance, and apparently it was Jameson and Carter. But everyone thinks that they must be the thing's replicas as well. And as they were about to kill them, Kate suggests locking them up and doing a blood test on them, and when it gets ready, they'll finally make their choice then. And as Kate and Lars lock the pair and leave, they see a part of the camp on fire, which is apparently the lab. And Sander blames Adam for the fire, and as the pair were about to fight, Kate says she knows another test that they could perform to know who's the thing and who's not the thing. And she gets a flashlight and she tells Lars to open his mouth, revealing that he has fillings in his teeth. And the thing replicas would not have fillings, so everyone is eliminated as a suspect except for Colin, Sander, Edvard, and Adam, who do not have any teeth fillings whatsoever. And then, Kate tells Lars to go to Jameson and Carter and check them too. And Lars and Jonas go to the building where they were holding Jameson and Carter, but apparently they've escaped through a hole in the floor. And Lars goes to search for them and is suddenly pulled inside a building. And Jonas runs back to the others and tells them that Carter and Jameson have killed Lars. And suddenly, Carter with a flamethrower and Jameson with a gun come inside the building and face Petter. And while the rest of the team hides behind Petter, Edvard yells at Petter to kill Carter and Jameson. And just before Petter blasts them with his flamethrower, Jameson shoots Petter in the head with his gun, but he also hits the flamethrower's tank, causing the gas to pour out. And as the gas ignites at the tip of the flamethrower, a violent explosion ensues, leaving Edvard severely wounded. And Carter and Jameson swiftly usher everyone to a nearby room, while some of them carry Edvard's injured body. And inside this room, a shocking turn of events unfolds as Edvard's arm abruptly detaches from his body and mutates into this small, monstrous creature. And one of these creatures lunges towards Jonas and latches onto his face and savagely attacks him. And this mutated creature that was once Edvard, now equipped with a deadly tentacle, strikes Adam, and it inflicts severe wounds that prove fatal for Jameson. And with a sudden burst of energy, the creature sprouts a fresh set of limbs and makes its way towards Adam. And he merges with his body and results in this grotesque melded form. And in an attempt to stop this creature, Kate unleashes a fierce blast from the flamethrower, but it manages to escape outside. And as Kate returns to the room, she discovers Jonas being assimilated by the creature's arm. And she acts really quickly and she eliminates the both of them using her flamethrower. And meanwhile, Carter stays with Jameson until he draws his last breath, after which he steps outside to allow Kate to incinerate his deceased friend. And as Kate and Carter hunt for the thing, Sander cowers behind a desk, and suddenly, the thing finds him and attacks. And Carter and Kate quickly arrive and confront the monster, and the thing takes Carter's axe, and Kate stops him from retrieving it, suspecting it may be infectious. And the thing from Edvard and Adam then attack the group, causing them to split up. And the thing follows Carter into a kitchen, but Kate saves him by blasting the creature with her flamethrower, causing it to burst through the wall and fall into the snow outside, burning. And they notice the thing, who's now imitating to be Sander and Snide a snowcat and trying to escape. And Carter advises Kate to let it go as he would just freeze to death. But Kate suggests that the thing could actually try to reach other people and assimilate them as well. And they pursue the Sander thing and another snowcat, and eventually they arrive at the spaceship. And as they approach and open the hatch, the ship suddenly activates, causing Kate to fall through the vent. And Carter enters through the hatch and starts looking for her, and then Kate wakes up and finds what appears to be the ship's energy source. But the Sander thing chases her into a tunnel, and as he was about to attack her, Kate throws a grenade into its mouth, blowing it up and destroying the energy source as well. And finally, they manage to escape the ship just in time before it explodes. And Kate and Carter contemplate their next move, and Carter suggests that they head to the Russian camp located 50 miles away. And Kate stays outside the vehicle, and she tells Carter that she knew he was human because of his earring. And Carter couldn't see his earring, so he pulls on his right ear, but it's bare. And Kate informs him that it was actually the other ear, and after that, she unleashes her flamethrower on him, and she engulfs him in flames. Then it's revealed that he's actually not human, and he was also the thing too. And he lets out this incredibly annoying screeching sound as he was burning. On the last scene, we see a helicopter landing at the camp, and Colin is frozen and dead at the radio, and this is because he offed himself, and Lars, left behind, shoots at a Norwegian helicopter pilot, and he was apparently looking for survivors. The pilot, not Lars. And Lars realizes his mistake and he checks for signals of infection on the guy that he just shot. And as all of this was happening, the dog that had been screaming earlier in the movie, basically the thing that's now in disguise as the dog, leaps out from a broken window. And Lars tries to shoot it, and the chase ensues as they try to kill the creature from a helicopter. And that is how the movie ends. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing me say the thing like 1,000 times. And I hope you leave a comment and also subscribe to my channel and like my video. I promise to see you guys on my next recap. Bye.